Hi Leos, welcome to my channel. We're going to take a look at life, love, and money for January 2020 and see what is approaching you and how that's going to be affecting you, alright? Anything that you can do to change the course if you don't like it, and some potential outcomes just so you kind of have an idea of what to expect, alright? If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for checking it out. If you like how I do things, hit subscribe, comment, giveaway down below, and I will get you signed up into my free monthly reading giveaway. Alright, and for those of you returning, thank you guys for all of your support. I appreciate all of your dedication to my channel. And same rules apply. Just comment giveaway and I'll get you included in that as well. It goes to all my members. Now, if you're looking for a private reading, all my information is down below, as well as my chakra clearing product line and my 16-week soul journal. All of that information is down below, and it has a good sale. I have a sale right now for $25 on that, if you guys want to check that out. All right, in general, we've got Palace of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. So life overall is looking absolutely phenomenal for you, Leo. If I didn't know any better, I would think it's Leo season just because of how great you're feeling. Palace of Pentacles. So home life is solid, or it's at least approaching that. You're very confident with where you're at with things. You've got some solid, I feel like you're very centered, so you're able to take on some new things. You're very busy. You've got things right where you kind of want them, and you're just keeping that maintained right now. I love this. I love this. That's the situation at hand. So how this is affecting you? Yeah, it's bringing a tremendous amount of balance. So whatever, you were able to manage to manifest and get into action by the end of 2019 is definitely in play now in 2020. That is a fantastic looking reading right there. All right, let's see how Spirit suggests to take action on this here. All right, so this came out in the reverse, but I'm feeling it in the upright here, and that's just really, again, maintaining what you have. It's feeling very confident about where you are. I don't see anything really coming, I don't feel anything coming around that you need to be really aware of as far as issues, but I am getting the feeling to pull a card for any potential things that you need to be aware of here. The Moon. Okay, so that's probably why that came out. So there can be, I would just be cautious about the details. Make sure you're checking details, okay? And that way you see everything for what it is. Everything's out on the table. Whether it's all the way down to a shipment you need right away, making sure it's not coming from China, okay? Whatever it is, just make sure you're checking the details so that you don't get hung up and you can stay in this maintained balance. Okay, that's the message that I picked up there. It could be something way bigger than a shipment. That's why I'm mentioning it. All right, so any advice here? Two of Cups. Really, really nice. So wherever you're at, whatever you've gotten yourself into here in your partnerships, it's only growing. It's getting better, it's getting stronger, and it's only getting you into an even better position here. Suggested outcomes. Whoa. Wow. Okay. Continued new possibilities, continued increase in finances and payoff. And again, there's just whether this is traveling or whether this is just being able to stay in a position to keep being that open channel for ideas and information. Okay, that's really, this is fantastic. What a great start to 2020. You're just in a good position to take on a lot of different aspects, okay? Whatever you did to end 2019 is working. All right, so in love here, we've got the Queen of Swords. Very, very solid, very direct with love here. All right, let's see how things are feeling about that. So you might have put some love stuff to the side. You may not be putting 100% as much focus into that because you've got some other things going on you're trying to keep maintained, as we just mentioned. Advice here on that. So keep your commitments in as much balance as possible. I do see that you could, there can be a shift here of having to keep this in kind of a little bit more of a controlled space so that you can have your energy, you can manage to put it where you need to, okay? You're not hung up with having to put it anywhere because you've committed to something. Just make sure that you are addressing those shifts accordingly. But I do kind of get the feeling like overall love doesn't have as much of attention on it as this particular situation. So the advice is the Temperance here. This is just verification that you discern your energy and your attention wisely. And the Chariot for potential outcomes. So it doesn't mean that anything's going to end. It doesn't mean it's going to have some kind of negative or volatile influence on your relationship, especially if you're very communicative about what's going on, or you're busy or whatever it is. I would be a little bit more open about things if you're comfortable doing so. And if you're not comfortable doing so, maybe figure out why, because you don't necessarily want to feel that cutting edge, or that, I'm doing it on my own. You can still open up and share that information. And I feel like this balance isn't necessarily about cutting things out or cutting things off or being sharp or blunt. It's just about being communicative and working smarter rather than harder, okay? So if you're able to do that, I do see that the Chariot says that they're going to deliver an even better energy to this situation than you have now. So it just gets better, in other words, okay? Lovely, lovely, lovely. So let's take a look at finances here. Situation with money. We've got the Eight of Swords in reverse. So yeah, something about money and opportunity and projects has definitely increased here in January. So you're not feeling as nervous as maybe you were at one point. You actually have a renewed sense of faith. That's how this situation is making you feel. There is a renewal, and you're trying to just kind of keep that flowing here. All right, the suggested advice here from Spirit is to keep that energy, keep that focus there, keep that that fire and that passion going into these projects, into these money-making ventures, because that's more than likely why they're wanting you to put this situation in a controlled manner. Libra had a very similar message in love, which was just to kind of put things in a safe place so that they could have all their attention. Or no, it was more like avoid any unnecessary emotions. So it's kind of similar. Anyway, the Hangman for possible outcomes. So there can be a shift in behavior here if you're not cautious about where you're putting your attention, or if if you've got 60% of your energy going into so-and-so where it doesn't really need to be, then you're only putting 40% into where it needs to be. And I would maybe, I don't want to give percentages, but you get the point. If you're able to manage and maintain, you definitely persevere, and you feel really confident about you being able to stick this out and make the right decisions and where this ended up. So kudos to you on that accomplishment. All right, so a message regarding life in general, prayers and wishes. All right, so you've definitely got some wishes coming true here. Spirit's trying to validate that you've got some beautiful opportunities, and to definitely maintain that. The sun and the stars. So this is just validating to me that no matter what's going on in the relationship, as long as you're communicative and you're handling it properly, it's going to come back around, or I don't want it to come back around. It's not like you're going to lose it, but the energy will rejuvenate. In other words, you've got support. You've got divine support here. And for money, strength and resilience. And this is going to produce strength and resilience in your relationships as well, because you've made the right decision in putting your attention into things that can have a return on investment, and make quality of life better for you, for others around you, for people you want to bring into your life. All right. Lovely reading. I hope that resonates with you guys. Let me know. I'm always curious to hear how these things apply to your real lives. And if you need to look into your situation, feel free to reach out. And I hope you have a fantastic month. Much love. I'll see you February.